Hey guys, coming in to be another movie review for guys, and this movie reviewing, I really was not looking forward to, I have to say. Even though the trailer interests me, I knew this movie really wasn't going to be that good, and that movie is I Smile Back. It's a movie. I Smile Back is a movie that, yes, it did come out in limited release last month, but it did finally come out on, you can watch it on iTunes and rent it there, and I watched it on Solar Movie on the internet. You can watch it anywhere there. You can like rent it anywhere, and I think that's cool they did that. I really knew this movie wasn't going to be very good. Even though I saw the trailers, I really knew this movie wasn't going to be something good. Like I said, I was impressed by the trailer, but there's a reason why I was impressed by the trailer. I'll get into why I was impressed by the trailer. Because overall, after watching I Smell Back is one of the most missed opportunities the entire year. Not only is this movie really disappointing and could have been a lot more, it is one of the most boring films I have seen all year and has some of the most uninteresting stuff in any movie all year, and I'll get into that. But let's get to the plot of I Smile Back, which the plot of this movie really isn't that bad, I'll say that. It's more the execution that's the problem. The plot to this movie is we focus on this woman, Lanny. She has it all. She really does. She has a really nice husband who, this is the kind of husband that will do anything for his kids. He'll even go out to play basketball with them. I'm outside. He'll do anything. And two very loving children who very much care about her. And she lives, she's very middle class. She pretty much has it all. She has a perfect life, pretty much. However, for whatever reason, she's chronically depressed. She does a lot of drugs, and eventually, when she stops taking her medication, basically, everything comes to haunt her, and that basically is the plot of the movie. Now, it sounds a lot more interesting than it is. There's a lot of reasons why this movie is very, very boring, I have to say. Like I said, this movie is extremely uninteresting. The one thing this movie has going for it is the acting. First of all, Sarah Silverman. That is the main reason I was interested in this movie, because Sarah Silverman, as we know, is a comedian. I've never really seen her do a dramatic role like this, and I was very interested in seeing how she would tackle it. Now, I will say, I'm very happy that Sarah Silverman is trying to do something different, and she does a very good job in this movie as Lanny. It's just her character I didn't give two shits about. I really didn't care about her character, and I'll get into why, but she really does do a good job as this woman that just doesn't feel happy. She kind of just looks at the little things in life and she questions them. She doesn't really understand what's going on. And for whatever reason, she's just not happy and we don't really know why. And I think Sarah Silverman overall did a very good job of just portraying the emptiness of this woman who, I Smile Back's the perfect title because when this woman smiles, it's fake. She's not really happy. She fakes happiness. She fakes all these things because she really does care about her family. Though you don't really know if she cares about her family. And I think overall she did a good job. Josh Charles as well was also good. I thought he was definitely very good in the movie as her husband Bruce. There were a few times he was a bit over the top, but overall I thought their chemistry was good, I guess. You could see how much he really did care for her and things like that. But the kids, holy shit, the kids were so annoying in this movie, I have to say. I haven't seen such annoying kids in a long time. So annoying in this movie, honestly, so annoying. I hated both of the kids. They both are really annoying. The son is like acting out in school and has frequent breakdowns for no reason, and the little girl doesn't even have a character. She's just a little girl. There's really no character with her in this movie. So, that's all the acting. Everyone was okay. The directing was okay. I like the tone of this movie. It's a bleak tone. It really feels like it's fake. You can tell that this world we're in doesn't really feel real to her. The directing was fine, I guess. The screenplay is my biggest problem with this movie. The screenplay is one of the worst screenplays I have heard all year, and some of the worst dialogue I have heard in a very long time. The reason this movie is so bad is simply because I could not get into the movie at all because I just didn't care about the characters. Let me just tell you guys right now, I'm going to reveal to you the reason why she is so chronically depressed. Why she's so upset. What is this entire reason? Why is she doing all these things? And this is a character that she sleeps with different men. She's cheating on her husband. She does drugs, things like that throughout the entire movie. Why is she doing all this? Because her father left her when she was young and she hasn't gotten over it since. That's it. That's it. Her father left her. That is the entire reason. There is nothing else going on. It is simply that her father left her when she was young, and that's pretty much it. We're led to believe she hasn't gotten over it since, which is ridiculous, honestly. The fact she hasn't gotten over it is ridiculous. I understand that's something that she's lived for her entire life, but you're telling me there's nothing that she could have done to make herself happy is so stupid. And this is such a cliched plot. Everything about this movie is cliche. Everything. The characters in this movie are so cliche, especially Lanny. I did not give two shits about her character, and I didn't feel like what she was doing was right. There was no point in this movie where I felt bad for her. There was no point in this where I'm like, okay, that's why she's doing this. I don't understand why she's doing the things she's doing. Why is she doing drugs? What led her to all this? We don't understand. They don't explain it in the movie, and there's no explanation whatsoever. It's all very one note. She's doing drugs. She has to face her family. Yay, whatever. There's nothing else explained to us in this movie, and that's why I really felt the movie was so disappointing. Really, it was really bad, and her husband is just her husband. He has no character in this movie except he's a loving husband. I want more with his character. I was really hoping this family would have more problems than we think they did, and we really don't. Josh, aside from Lanny, the other characters really aren't characters. They're just cliched characters. Her son is having, like, nervous breakdowns, and we don't really know why. He's acting out in school. He's doing weird things like that, and then her daughter's just there. Her daughter really does nothing in the movie, and I was very disappointed by it. And the dialogue, damn, is it bad. I mean, seriously. There is literally a point in this movie, I shit you not, where, and this is like the first like 6 minutes of the movie. This is the first scene we see of like her son. This is the first time we see him. Basically, he's complaining he's having a bad dream. She wakes up and she asks what the problem is, and you would assume the bad dream's like, oh, you're leaving the house, or you're cheating on us, or something like that. No, the dream is that she had her headphones in, not listening to them, and then gets hit by a car randomly, and her response is, oh, don't worry, I don't have an iPod, so that'll never happen. That pretty much sums up all the dialogue in this movie. You see the problem here. It's boring, mediocre dialogue that it's very bad, and part of the reason that trailer was so good is because it had no dialogue in it whatsoever. That is why that trailer was so good. The trailer has no dialogue. That's why the trailer was so good. I mean, if you notice, they highlight that part of the movie because you can't highlight the dialogue. The dialogue is shit in this movie. There's not a single bit of dialogue that's good in this movie. All of the dialogue sucks. And it's been a while since I've heard really bad dialogue, but that's exactly the problem with this movie, is all of the dialogue is just terrible. It's really, really bad. Nothing about it is good. Really, it's horrible stuff. And when she's and they try to get you to care about her character, and you just don't. I didn't care about her character at all, really. I mean, just the fact that her father left her. There's a point in the movie where she confronts her father. We don't really learn anything new. We just learn that her father packed up and left, and then something happened with her, and that apparently she had this substance abuse for a while. They don't explain why she did this. They don't get into her head. They don't try to show you what's going on. It feels more like this is something she doesn't feel like a character that you know. She doesn't feel like a character that you're friends with. What she feels like is a character that you're in a store, you see this girl having a nervous breakdown, you don't think anything of it. That's exactly how I felt about her character. I never felt anything for her. I didn't feel any pain. I didn't feel like anything was wrong with her. And to me, I could tell she was faking happiness, but I wanted to know why. Why is she not happy? What about it is wrong with her? There is literally a scene in this movie where she's questioning if we should tell our kids to wipe their balls at a young age. I'm not kidding you. And then her husband and her have sex. It's ridiculous. And the movie, let me also say, nothing happens in this movie. Nothing. There's nothing of interest going on in this movie. This is the movie. Something happens with her family. She suddenly isn't taking her pills. Oh no, that could be a really interesting plot. Goes away. Just goes away. She's happy with her family. Her husband freaks, she's happy with her family for a while. She goes to a therapist regularly. Her husband, freaks out at her because of the fact that she's not there all the time and that she's gone. And suddenly he's realizing this. And then it seems like they're going to go there. Then it goes away again. Then more stuff with the family happens and you don't care about it. And then towards the end, they try to wrap it up and it feels so empty. The ending of this movie, I just felt emptiness. I didn't care. I was just sitting there like, okay, whatever. I didn't care. And there's a part in the movie where, again, like I said, they try to get you to feel for her, and it just doesn't work at all. Nothing about it works, and I just felt like, I felt the emptiness that her character was feeling. I don't know if that was the point, but I wanted to feel for her character. I want to know why her character's life was so empty. All you're gonna feel in this movie is the emptiness that she's feeling. I mean, she even says in the movie, I feel nothing. That's how I felt. I felt nothing for you, okay? You feel nothing? Well, I feel nothing for you. It's that simple. The score sounds like something out of a Lifetime movie. Parts of this movie felt like something out of a Lifetime movie, and I felt like the movie should have taken a bit more risks, I have to say. I mean, the movie doesn't take a lot of risks. Yes, it shows her doing drugs, but there's no reason why she's doing this. We don't know what's going on with her or what's happened with her in her past. I wanted to know more of what was going on here, and part of the reason is the editing. This movie is 85 minutes long, and I really feel had it been a bit longer, maybe I would have enjoyed this movie more. The dialogue still would have been shit, but I think I would have still gotten some sort of reason I wanted, and I would have enjoyed it a bit more than I thought. I probably would have given this movie a decent grade if I would have gotten what I wanted out of this movie. The cinematography is whatever. There's really nothing you can say about the cinematography, but the most disappointing thing is, like I said, Sarah Silverman gives a very good performance. She really does, but the problem is she's just sidelined by a very, very weak script. There's nothing interesting going on in this movie. Nothing of interest happened. I could not get into it at all, and I couldn't wait for this movie to be over. It's so repetitive, and all the scenes with her and her family, I didn't feel like they were just, I know they were supposed to feel fake, I get that, but I didn't care, okay? A lot of scenes in this movie just feel very, very filler. A lot of the scenes just feel like, oh, we had to pad the movie down, we had to turn this into a movie. I mean, let's face it, this movie has, I'd say, about 20% of actual plots. A lot of this movie is just filler, 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 seeing her with her family, seeing her with her husband, and it's nothing. It really is nothing. It doesn't say anything, it doesn't contribute to anything. It's just random filler, and that really disappointed me, and I really thought the movie could have been a lot more than it was. So unfortunately, guys, I gotta say, like I said, I Smile Back has a lot of potential. It could have been a much better movie than it could have been. I think Sarah Silverman could have done a lot, but, Sarah Silverman, I don't have a problem with her. I think I honestly want to see her do a more dramatic role because of how disappointed I was in this movie. And unfortunately, guys, I wish I could have given this movie a fresh rating, but I can't. I'm gonna give I Smile Back a 2.5 out of 5 or a C-, mainly because of the performances from Sarah Silverman and Josh Charles, because they're both very strong, and I wish I could have said more to this movie. And also, the ending to this movie is one of the biggest what the fuck moments ever. When the movie ended, I'm like, that's it? Seriously? I freaked out when the movie was over. I was so upset. I'm like, seriously? That's the end of the movie? I'm not kidding you guys. The movie ends with her, like, walking out of a door or something. I don't know. That's not how you end a movie. That's how you end a scene. That's not how you end a movie. It didn't feel like a satisfying conclusion at all, and I really was not happy with this movie. So overall, guys, I really did not like this movie at all. I would not recommend it to you guys. It is a very disappointing movie. If you guys do want to check out Sarah Silverman doing a serious role, okay, fine, check this out. But just know it's very disappointing. It could have been a lot better than it was, and I was very, very disappointed by it. But overall, guys, this is my review of I Smile Back. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought of this movie you have seen. And please don't see this movie you have to. Honestly, it's one of the most boring times you could have watching anything. And I will see you guys in my next video. And by the way, guys, I forgot to say that, like I said, scenes go on for way too long in this movie, definitely. I mean, there's a scene of her pleasuring herself. It goes on for like 3 minutes. I mean, it just felt like there was so much filler in this movie. And that's basically my review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for Jessica Jones, and I will see you guys for that. So, okay, bye.